Hello everybody, Jennifer here from Herbalicious Gardens. It is Memorial Day and it is planting day. Woo! Doing some tomatoes. I did the cucumbers, but they're looking kind of sad because they were struggling um, when I had them inside. So they don't look that great. I'm just going to plant more seeds. But here I prepped the soil, but just let me flip this camera around so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, this is the tomato area. Those are the tomatoes. They are more than ready to go. They've been dying to get outside. So what we did here is we tilled this area with the hand tiller, just to kind of break up the soil, and did a whole lot of weeding because so many weeds, I'm sure you can see over there, grew in this past week from all the rain that we had. And I threw down some manure, some earthworm casting, some bone meal, and then this guy right here, which is like one of my favorite. I've been using that for several years now. The Dr. Earth's Pure Gold fertilizer. And I just kind of tilled it in and like raked it in this area. So now I'm going to get my tomatoes planted and I'll show you how it looks afterwards. So I just want to show really quickly how I'm planting my tomatoes. I have removed all of these stems, but you know what? Bye. Bye-bye. And I'm going to make this hole a little bit deeper, and then I'm going to plant them down this way and bring the stalk up this way with and attach it to my pole, because that way not only will the roots really establish themselves, but they're going to grow nice and strong roots, and then they're going to root themselves along this way as well. And then that way you're going to have really strong established tomato plants, which is really optimal for growth. So I'm going to get these all planted and then I'll show you what everything looks like afterwards. Okay. All right, my sad looking cucumbers. Of course. That's my husband being weird. And then this is the end result of my tomato planting. So I've got each area labeled of what tomato is what. And then I used grass clippings and pine for mulching. And I gave it a really good water before I put that down so the moisture stays in. Clean this guy off. And these are looking really good. These are looking really good. Gotta clean that off. Poor little thing. And I do have some of these. I do have to tie to the things, but got San Marzano, got the Brandywine tomatoes, and then this one is Black from Tula. The San Marzano tomatoes, those seeds came from my husband's aunt who lives in Italy, because a lot of his family lives in Italy, and they sent us a bunch of seeds. The Genovese, the Brandywine, this guy right here, and Black from Tula are from Baker Creek. They've got a really good variety of things. And then I'm going to do a row of basil here, a row of basil on the outside, and then put the marigolds in between that. And of course I have to prep the outside of this for the who's a dinksits, the basil. But yeah, that is my planting of tomatoes. I did the slant with them going up, so they get tied to that for good root growth. Also really good for watering. You want really strong roots for your tomatoes because you'll get good tomato growth that way. And then next week or later in this week, I'm going to be doing a seaweed feeding for the watering. It depends on, oh, there's the sun. It depends on how, if it rains or, things like that, but you can do that once a week. So that is what I did. And like I said, if I don't see these turn around soon, I'm going to plant some more seeds, which these seeds also came from Italy. And I also, please excuse all the weed growth. This is like horrific. My sunflowers and nasturtiums are doing really well. We've got, look at this cabbage. This is like amazing. Look at the coloring too. Oh, I planted a pickling cucumber. That right there are my peas, which I'm going to plant more. The bunnies ate them. We got sort of good growth over here. It's kind of rough. But this is looking pretty good. I've got to do a watering at the end of the day. This row is my onions. All the big guys you see are my purple Deerfield garlic. I've got my radishes here, my beets, I believe this is butter crunch lettuce, which was from last year that I planted. I planted some chives here, but there's not much growth going on. My Swiss chard and more lettuce from last year. And I gotta weed this more. The weeds this year are crazy. Like, I cannot get away from them. And then my celery. So this leaves me room for the arugula that I have. I do have some copper mesh on the way because slugs. And then last but not least, my rhubarb, which is looking really good. Really, really good. I am out of breath. My God. Potatoes. Potatoes. All potatoes. So yeah, that is my planting for now. We're going to go section by section. I'm probably going to put the pumpkins back over in this area once that gets all cleared up. Because you can see that it is a mess. I've got to clean out my lavender. I'm even thinking of moving it out of the garden this year around the edges. There's a lot to do. So I am done for the day. I am very done for the day. I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy the weather if it's good weather. And I will see you next time.